wanted something to celebrate Andrew, and we wanted everyone who was close to him or felt connected to him to all be able to celebrate him.
With the AMF family, in addition to Andrew's friends and the community, we put together this amazing event that honored him and all of his attributes.
What better way than a party? Andrew loved a party.
So we looked at a lot of places. The Suffolk Theater really spoke to us because of the theater aspect of it, because Andrew was so involved artistically and musically. Honestly, the biggest challenge was that so many people wanted to be involved. We had to actually shut people down because we couldn't fit them all there. That was probably the biggest challenge.
All the things that happened that night, what do you think Andrew would be most proud of?
I think Andrew would have been most proud of all of his friends coming together and all of the community coming together to spend a night to celebrate him. He would have loved it. He would have loved every minute of it, of the singing, of the dancing. He would have been so proud of everyone.
The way the Finish the Hike came about was trying to think of some ways that we can honor Andrew and continue to help Troop 161 and the community heal after the tragic incident. I received an email from Jane Sherman, who's the committee chair for Troop 161, and she had said that the McMorris family had an idea for finishing the hike. Initially, we had hoped to possibly have maybe 100 to 150 people participate, scouts, community members, family, friends. In the end, we had over 500 people from all across Long Island. Everyone from the bus company to Shoreham-Wading River School District to towns. Anytime we called them to ask for assistance, it was, what can we do to help? How can we help you? The main goal of the Finish the Hike was to honor Andrew on the 1-year anniversary of the tragic crash, and to help the community heal by, I guess, providing a little bit of closure in the fact that we were finishing what they couldn't a year prior. And it really did help the community heal by hiking together on that 10 miles.
My daughter had found some painted rocks in a park, and it said, if you find this rock, go to the Fort Myers Facebook page. It kind of made me think, this would kind of be a neat idea to take rocks and paint them with, for Mad or for drunk driving, or for Andrew with planes and what he was into, and maybe take them places that are meaningful or somewhere that he might have gone.
Where in the world, what are some notable places?
I mean, all over America. There have also been London, there was one in Australia, Berlin. So they're kind of going all over the place, because I think it's been a year and a half at least that we've been doing this. So it's neat to see older rocks being found after a while, and what they look like, and like where they've been and where they're going. So.
So the brick dedication was is at the Shoreham Recreational Center. A Boy Scout from Troop 161 completed the garden for his Eagle Scout project. It's beautiful, and it's there's a bunch of different bricks that were dedicated by multiple people, a lot from our family, a lot from his friends, and some strangers, some people that can relate to the situation. And then there's a garden there as well that's the Girl Scouts did. It's beautiful, and it's a great spot to go visit and just kind of reflect and think about Andrew and think about the camaraderie of this community.
Hi, my name is Rich Mallow. I am the Vice President of Field Operations and the New York Executive Director for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Over the past, unfortunately, 2 years, we've worked very closely with the McMorris family, the Lane family, all of the families that were involved with this crash. And we've given them support. We've helped them write their victim impact statements. It's because of the closeness and how much we've worked together over time that the Andrew McMorris Foundation was introduced to Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Driving drunk or high is a crime. We're going to change things, and we're working to change things. Myself, my victim services staff accompanied the McMorrises to the city, and we had a press conference with a New York State Senator and a New York State Assembly. Quite eloquently, Ariana presented our case to reduce from 0.08 to 0.05. That legislation is still involved, and we're still working on it together. This past year, the Andrew McMorris Foundation has come together and filmed a PSA for our walk. And it was just an amazing opportunity of two organizations working together for the better cause of the whole. That entire PSA has been seen now across the country, and it's just really terrific.
You know, community is about cheering one another on when something good happens and being there for one another when tragedy strikes. And this was one of the most horrific tragedies that could befall a community. People like Karen Albert coming together to formulate, you know, that special candlelight vigil, and Megan Teppenhart, who came together and actually she arranged to have all those candles ready. It's people finding ways to show that they care and to support others when they themselves need that support. And my PTA president and one of the co-presidents were out there, you know, hanging ribbons during a lightning storm, you know, in honor of Andrew, out there in the middle of a rainstorm, because they care. We had people who were decorating ribbons on the bollards in front of the school because they care. People were just finding ways to show that they love and support and care for the McMorris family.
So this year during the quarantine, we were so blessed to have so many generous supporters that still gave to our organization so that we could fulfill the mission this year to hand out scholarships. And we were able to hand out 12 scholarships this year. Our goal going forward is to expand that so that more students can receive money to pursue their dreams. And those dreams are allowing people who are interested in aviation, scouting, music, these unsung heroes of our school districts, so that they can fulfill their dreams in college. The Andrew Spirit Award was something we created for graduating or moving on 8th graders from the Shore-Wading River School District, the Goodale Middle School.
So we thought it was a good idea to recognize not only the high school seniors moving on to college, but also to recognize the 8th graders moving on to high school. We're looking for students in the 8th grade that have embodied the qualities of compassion, kindness, empathy towards their community.
And this is Andrew's class of graduating students. And the 3 Andrew Spirit Awards we handed out this year were to Emily Cordano, Bobby Tacky, and Kelly Krause. And they couldn't have been better choices. We were so happy when the administrative gave us those recommendations.
So this cabin was in the planning stages before the unfortunate accident. We actually had just started building just as the accident occurred, and it just seemed natural to everybody involved that this brand new building and camp would be named after Andrew. The cabin will sleep 40. It's 850 square feet balcony upstairs. There's 4 bedrooms here. It'll accommodate 40 people sleeping in 20 bunk beds. There's 4 bathrooms. 2 of them are handicap accessible. There's 2 handicap accessible showers. There's a kitchen. There's radiant heat in the floor, so the building is designed to be used 12 months a year. The McMorrises are some of the finest people I've ever met. They're the most humble people. When I sat with them in their living room and we talked about it, they were honored, they were grateful. They're truly just an amazing family.
Scouts for decades to come will benefit from this building. Meanwhile, all along keeping Andrew's scouting spirit alive.
So back in early January, we planned this wonderful walkathon to raise the funds that we needed to finish the lodge that's being built by the Suffolk County Council of Boy Scouts. And we had chosen the date to be set March 28th, because it was close to Andrew's birthday.
So unfortunately, due to the pandemic, the walkathon was postponed, It's now being planned for the day after Thanksgiving, November 27th, 2020.
We are working to make sure we'll follow all CDC guidelines and make sure that it'll be safe. And if we're not able to hold it in November, we will let all of our registrants know. So if you're interested in supporting the lodge and helping us make sure we get it finished, any information that you want on the walk or the lodge is available at that site. And that's sccbsa.org/walk2020.
Alisa's friend Chris had reached out to us and asked that we send her a letter or something stating everything that Alisa is part of, everything that she's done prior and after losing Andrew. I wrote up a letter and included everything that Alisa has done, which is a lot. They interviewed Chris and Alisa, John, and Ariana, and they were picked. So, I mean, I couldn't think of a better family to pick. I think the community was 100% behind them, just as well as our family. We were thrilled for them. After they were notified that they were picked, they were extremely grateful. To be nominated or even thought of for something like that, I think they were completely honored.